BamaCentral.com. I'm Joey Blackwood here with Katie Wyndham and Blake Byler, and this is Instant Analysis here in Fayetteville, Arkansas, where Alabama was just able to take down the Razorbacks 49-26. But that score doesn't really indicate how close this game was. Katie, just kind of give me a brief recap. Let's talk about this game and what just happened here.
Well, it indicates how the fourth quarter was, but the third quarter things got a little rocky here. You know, obviously Alabama jumped out to 28-0 lead. Things are kind of rolling. Bryce Young gets hurt. Jalen Milroe comes in. The defense gets a touchdown right before the half. Okay, no big deal. Alabama's still up 3 scores heading into halftime. But then in the third quarter, it was all Arkansas. Before you know it, you look up at the scoreboard and Alabama is the lead's dwindled down to 5 points in the fourth quarter, and things aren't looking good. Backed up near their own end zone on a 3rd and 15, but Jalen Milroe had the 77-yard run down to the Arkansas 3 right here behind us that kind of was able to shift momentum where Alabama was able to outscore Arkansas 21-3 in the fourth quarter. I believe if my math is right. Don't check me on that. But it was really the fourth quarter was the difference after Alabama got out to a fast start. Had to overcome a couple special teams blunders. The stadium was not happy about post-game penalties. The stadium was not happy about post-game. But then you look up at the scoreboard now at the end, and Alabama comes away with a double-digit victory.
Yeah, sorry if the audio is cut now. We have they're currently mowing the grass right behind us. But yeah, going along with that, Arkansas maintained possession for a very decent chunk of the game. They had 27 first downs compared to Alabama's 17. Penalties were also an issue for Alabama, particularly late. Penalties were pretty much the entire reason why we get one of those late touchdowns in the third quarter. But Blake, let's shift over to you. Let's talk about that defense. You know, coming into this game, Alabama had only allowed 2 offensive touchdowns or given up that to opposing offenses. What did you see from the defense today?
Yeah, well, Alabama's defense looked really good for the first about quarter and 3/4 of the game, but then when Arkansas got that touchdown in the second quarter, it really opened things up. They leaned a lot on Raheem Sanders, who carried the ball 22 times for 107 yards and a touchdown. Actually, Arkansas's first touchdown was the first passing touchdown Alabama's given up this season, but they really leaned heavily on that run game. KJ Jefferson, Arkansas's quarterback, carried the ball for 67 yards too. You saw a lot in the third quarter during Arkansas's big run that Jefferson was able to complete a lot of difficult third down passes that moved the chains. Saban even said in post-game that when Alabama's defense was doing really well is whenever they were able to get off the field on third down, and they kind of lost that intensity in the second half, specifically in the third quarter, with Arkansas being able to move the ball. But once Alabama started controlling the clock again in the fourth quarter, running the ball, controlling the time of possession, Alabama's defense really tightened up and was able to get the win.
Regarding injuries, Brian Branch went out late in the game. He is still TBD. We're not really sure what's going on with him. I believe also, of course, Bryce Young, of course, was out for most of the game, but he apparently has a sprained shoulder, which he's suffered before, and Saban expects him to be okay. But that being said, he is day-to-day as Alabama prepares to face a really tough Texas A&M team and host them. So that's going to be a very interesting game to watch next week in Tuscaloosa. But that'll about do it from Fayetteville, from Razorback Stadium. I'm Joey Blackwell with Katie Wyndham and Blake Byler. This has been Instant Analysis. So long from Fayetteville.